everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to look at something, I guess an upgrade option for those who has 6-speed manual transmissions. 6-speed or 5-speed, not that big of a difference, but my car is a 6-speed and all the newer generations of BMWs up until BMW decided not to use manual transmissions anymore. Here's an upgrade. This box says Turner and in big letters yellow blue, and Turner shift knob 6-speed clear. Under it in small letters, and there's a port number, there's a barcode, there's some more information for those who is interested in or is going to be interested in this product. I'm going to open up this box in a second, but I guess I should mention that if you have a standard or a regular shifter knob, you might have something like this. And I'm going to do measurements in the end of this video, so we'll see the difference between the, I guess, height of these shift knobs. So you may also have something that is like this. This is not a ZHP, but it's a replica, so this is just well, represents what ZHP or M Sport, M Technique shift knob is on BMWs, and here's another that you may actually see on these cars. And well, this is a different story. It's also a fake. I have a couple of fakes here, and that's a video that's coming up. I'm going to talk about fake shift knobs that you can buy without actually realizing it's a fake. So in any case, this is what you may have on your car, a regular shift knob. This one is beautiful. It's got a matching silver trim that matches some of those pieces, rings and all on the radio and heater. But this is a plain simple and nothing special about it, except that I converted this to be an Alcantara instead of leather. So in any case, you have something like this, you want to upgrade it to something else. There's a ton of options. That's a separate video that I'm preparing, I'm getting ready to release. So in any case, this comes off, and well, we all know how this comes off. It just pulls off. By the way, this one is just plain plastic, not heavy or anything, and just as stock as it gets, I guess. And now here's the replacement. So there's a couple of things. So if you're planning on buying this, like I said, comes in a box like this, and it's going to be a fairly, not a typical aftermarket shifter knob, but it's going to be a different shape. So it's not going to be anything fancy shaped like most of BMW shifter knobs are. It's just going to be sort of like this. So if you buy the shifter knob, that's what it's going to look like. It actually comes in, well, I had to put it together, and you will have to put it together too. It comes in like 4 pieces basically. I don't know why they do it this way, but I'm going to show that in a second. So you will have a few small bags in that box. And by the way, this is a super heavy Delrin and like metal core and Delrin shell. Turner advertises this to be a 340 gram shifter knob, and I checked it and it's gram to gram 340. That thing is really heavy. It's just, that's one of those things that you kind of can't just instantly tell how heavy it is, because it's just a lot basically for this a small thing like that. So it's going to come in like 4 pieces. It's going to be 4 pieces in the box, and I can only show 3 because the emblem is also going to be not installed when you buy it. It's just going to be a separate piece basically in a bag, and it's got a double-sided tape on the back side, and you just have to stick it on the top of the knob. I also modified this one, and that's one thing that I was talking about in the beginning. It says 6-speed clear, and I painted this black so it kind of matches the rest of the knob. And, well, that's not all really. So this thing is just a plain emblem. It's aluminum, by the way. It's got an R and it's a 6-speed pattern, and there's nothing else to it. So clear, when it says clear on the box, this thing is going to be this color, just plain aluminum. They don't anodize it, they don't clear coat, anodize, nothing like that. No colors, nothing, just aluminum. The same thing as these rings. They are just, I think this one is polished aluminum. It looks shiny. It's aluminum. Yeah, you will have 4 pieces. You will have to put the emblem on yourself. These emblems, I guess, come in different patterns, like 5-speed, 6-speed, clear, or I should check the other options. I'm not 100, I just don't remember what the other options were. I will look it up. This ring is also, like I said, aluminum, and it's shiny. I don't know if I like it. It says Turner on it. Why it's two-piece design, I don't know, but this ring has no threads and this ring has threads, and you just slide this into this. There are threads here, so you basically just, I guess you can line up this ring to whatever position you feel like. So in essence, you can just have it facing this way, or you can turn it around so no one can see it. You just install it like that. I don't know why it's done this way, but it's just kind of weird. So this thing is installed in the same way. It just there's, like I said, there's a groove here, and there is a snap ring here, or like a C-clip or something, and you basically just slide it over and you just clip it in place, and that's how it's going to be. And like I said, this is a silver, not silver, but like polished aluminum, shiny aluminum. This is going to be, well, depending on the options you go with. I painted it black. And by the way, this is a Delrin, sort of a polished Delrin. Well, you cannot see it because I also painted it, because it's just Delrin. That's how this thing is. It's not shiny, not dull. It's kind of polished. You can really scratch it. Not fairly easy, but it's scratchable. So I painted this with this paint that is strong. This is epoxy type of a paint, and this thing is indestructible, basically. Well, yeah, it's just plain black. There's no real like design or anything, except for this ring that is at this point shiny. I don't know if I want to keep it this way. Maybe. Dust. What's this dust? So you install it. It feels. I have to drive it. I have not driven my car with this shifter knob yet, but 340 grams is definitely more than even the ZHP M Technique Motorsport, BMW Motorsport shifter knob. The shape, do I like this shape? I mean, it feels good in the hand, but I guess it's up to you if to really decide if you like this shape or you don't, because like I said, the factory shifter knob is a different design. It's just naturally it's got a shape. I don't know if I like it or not. Well, I guess I like this one less than that because of this ridge here. This is a strange design feature. I don't know why it's like this. As you can see on I can't understand why lots of people like the ZHP or M Technique or whatever the proper name is. I need to look it up, because it just feels nice. It doesn't have any sharp ridges, and in most cases it's leather, so that feels really nice. Well, that's another thing. This is plastic. The ZHP shift knob is leather or Alcantara, depending, and this is also really plastic. So it's Delrin is plastic. That's what it's going to be like. It's definitely shorter. Let's get to the height measurements, so you have an idea how tall or how short it is. It definitely looks nice here. I wouldn't, well, it's an aftermarket piece, you can kind of tell, but it's simple. The shape is simple, the design is minimalistic and simple, and it's not terrible at all. I actually like it, and it's heavy, so that should help the transmission. So let's get to the height measurements. I guess I'm going to put it up on the dashboard. So I got all these shift knobs that I had available at this moment on the dashboard. They are really, you don't really need them all here, but I guess these three, because this one on the right is going to be a representation of the ZHP shifter knob. This is the Turner, and this is the factory. So if you look at the heights, or how tall they are, and if you try to measure how tall they are, so the factory shifter knob is almost it's like 95 millimeters tall to the tallest point, but it's not really flat on the top. It's got an angle to it, but it's about 95 millimeters or close to 100 millimeters tall. So this ZHP replica here, the fake one, is about 78 millimeters tall. For those who like Imperial, it's about 3 inches even to the tallest point. And as you can see, I guess we don't need this anymore. And as you can see, this one is also about well, to the top of the emblem, it's about 78 millimeters, close to 80, about 3 inches. 3 inches is 76 millimeters, so yeah, about 3 inches. And this one close 3.75, 3.75 inches. So that's the height difference. So this one is definitely shorter compared to the stock factory shifter knob. And I guess that's the shape and everything. That's how they compare. And like I said, this is a plain stock, mostly available, or that's what comes on these cars in the most cases. Well, a slightly different design, but some of them have a slightly different design. Some of these cars, depending if it's a 328, 128, 335, these may actually be slightly different in the shape, but in general, that's what the factory OEM shifter knob is going to be. And this is the Turner Motorsport again, and so you can tell and see and tell the difference between the shape and the height. But the difference is, again, this one is pretty much like 100 grams because it's just plastic, plain plastic, and it's empty on the inside. It's a nice shifter knob. It's not terrible at all. It looks, I mean, some people have those and never even bother replacing them. It's definitely does look like an aftermarket piece, so it's not even remotely going to remind you of a factory or OEM. In any case, this is what this shifter knob is like. Turner Motorsport, 340 grams, heavy, looks like a grenade and feels like a grenade, really. Well, if you drop it and I guess hit your foot, you can actually hurt yourself. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. It's nice construction. It's all aluminum and Delrin and aluminum, and compared to these plastics, these emblems are easy to scratch. These plastics, they peel and such. The leather gets destroyed on these cars too. This is more of a durable, I guess, design also. For those who may ask a question like, can you replace this emblem with the factory BMW emblem? An emblem that is like this? Yes, these are the same shape. I checked, but the height, the thickness, I guess, is slightly different. So this emblem fits over the ZHP shifter knob just fine, but the factory ZHP or whatever, these emblems are used on, and they have different, I guess, patterns and such, are available in different patterns and designs. This can be installed here, but the fit is not exactly, it's not that good, I guess. So this is it, guys. That's the end of this video. This is my review of this Turner Motorsport shift knob, and I kind of like it. Would I recommend buying this? Well, it's heavy for that purpose. For that reason, I guess it makes sense to try it, and it's not terribly expensive, and occasionally they have a sale. This one was a fairly large sale, was like almost 40% off, so, and that was pretty much the reason why I bought it. And I had to actually, for the upcoming video, I had to just get something aftermarket, and I may actually keep it. I'm not sure yet. It's not terribly expensive, and I think it's a pretty good option, pretty solid option compared to whatever else is out there. Well, I will see you in the next one.